Let me fix the camera here. I got that one light shining down on me, but we're okay. Hello, Shauna. How are you? Malaya's mom. There you are. Hello, Elmwood. Hello, TNT. How are you? There's B Disney. Hello, Angels. How are you? There's Tasha. Rusty said, "What's up?" Uh-oh, it is only frozen for me. Oh, TNT said I'm making handmade Christmas ornaments. Very nice. Hello, Joan. Hello, Jason. There's Justin. There's Glow. How are you? Rusty, there's Mary. How are you? Violet says, a shout out from Nelsonville, Ohio. There's Mikey Donuts. Okay, I had to back out. Oh, I was frozen? Oh, no. Finally caught you live. There you go. Well, we got some Whitaker news tonight I want to share with you guys real quick. Let some more people pop in, and I got some information for you. Yes, Mary, I'm going to cover that real quick with you here in a minute. We're going to let a few people jump in. And hello, Tony. How are you? Yeah, hit those like buttons. Hit that thumbs up. There's 30 people in the room, and I've only got 7 likes. Hit that thumbs up. We do have memberships. Yes, if you go to the memberships page, we've got, I think YouTube, we've got them set at $3.99 a month. And we're still working on things to try to do for our members. Again, you don't have to have them. Hello, Ruth. How are you? Hello, Grandpa. Hello. Ace. I was a good boy this year. You got it. Yeah, double tap that screen. 58 people in the room, 28 thumbs up. We need 100. When we get the 100, the glasses come on and the hat comes on. You got it. Shauna, I need to check. And here's what I'll do. One day this week, we'll do one with the laptop. When I use the laptop, for some reason, it throws in a ton of ads. And I know people say, well, ads are a good thing. It pays you and things like that. But it's like a bunch of ads where we do the cell phone, and the cell phone, I don't know if the cell phone throws any ads at all up. But boy, when we use the laptop, it throws a ton of them out there. And so, but I'll check on the laptop to see if I can do the membership thing again. It gives me 10 free memberships to give away a month, but they're random. So that's the thing. Hello, Miss Ruth. Hello, Jesus is King. There's Rocker. How are you, Rocker? Ruth, what happened? Now, it's not a turtle on your hat. It's a dog. It's a bad boy dog. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Ruth. Y'all say some prayers for Miss Ruth tonight. She had a death in her family. Yeah, Malaya's mom, we can do that. We'll just have to have a night of ads so we can give away some memberships. Well, I hope everybody's been a good boy. Newton said he even sounds like him too. It looks like Felix from Stray Kids. Okay. Guys, here's the thing. If you are new to the room, hello, Amanda. How are you? Let me share some information with you real quick. If you are new to the room, we have moderators in the room. Once you step out of the way and start acting in a certain way that they do not find to be beneficial to the room, they're going to boot you out of the room. The only thing that we ask if you're in the room is that you be respectful to everybody in the room. We don't need no cussing. We don't need anybody acting a fool. Be respectful of the people in the room. These are good people in this room, and we are in a community here, and we're in a nice, neighborhood here. If you are not in that neighborhood, we will boot you. Hello, Miss Karen. Hello, Ty. Hello, Callie. I can see you. I hope I said that right, Callie. Hello, Miss Vivian. Hello, Terry. How are you? There it is. There's David and Tammy. There's Amanda. Hello, everyone. Okay, let me give you some Whitaker news real quick. We've been here 5 minutes. Prayers for Miss Ruth. You got it. A lot of prayers for Miss Ruth tonight. Let me give you some Whitaker news real quick. Oh, I have a question. So I grew up without a dad. I'm almost 18. Jesus is king. Look, there are a lot of places that you can sit down with the school that you want to go to and talk to them. If you've got local churches in your areas, if you've got, get with your guidance counselors at school. There are a lot of scholarships out there that are given each year. The one thing is, a lot of kids just don't know about them. And if you get with the right people, they can help you get the scholarships you need if you want to go to school. It's one of these things, though, you have to ask the questions, because if you do not ask the questions, you'll never know they exist. And you don't want to get yourself bogged down in a ton of student loan debt. You want to go and talk to someone, talk to your guidance counselors, talk to the people at the college that you want to attend, and tell them what's going on with you, and see those avenues you can go down. Also, in your community, if you have Latin, yes, there are also in your community, if you've got people who, like the Kiwanis Club, the Lions Club, I'm just trying to give you, Shriners. If you've got organizations in your community, check with them as well. They do a lot of scholarships, and a lot of kids don't apply for them because they don't know they're being given out. Plain and simple. The Ruritans. There are a lot of avenues you can go down there. Nancy, is my check coming through? Yes, I just saw you, Nancy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Blanton. Malaya's mom. She is, guys, behave yourself. Like I said, hello, Miss Sarah. I have not got my soup strainer cut yet. I hope to do that this week. Shauna, like I said, this week we'll try to do it. I thought that we could do it each individually because we were going to do one for Ruth. We were going to do one. But what happened was when we clicked on the button, it did it randomly. We'll try it randomly. Now, people, if you set your membership settings up, people in the room, somebody can donate you one. We can do that. But, proud of myself. Well, good deal. Trick or treating on its own. That's awesome, Malaya's mom. That is awesome. Now I do it by myself. Okay. Nice. Yeah, Jesus is king. That's the thing. You're gonna go ask those questions. Get with your guidance counselor. Get with the people at the school that's in guidance. You're gonna have to ask those questions because that's what's gonna help you. Hello, Mary Ann. How are you? Okay, real quick. I saw a post pop up the other night from Patrick. The post was basically Patrick saying, "Look, I'm out. You know, I helped them get this vehicle. They were using the vehicle for bad things the other night. They were they were out chasing the devil's tail, and they were all over the place." He said, "I'm out." Well, then it was a day or so later, another post come up where they had returned the car back to Patrick. Said they didn't want it. Somebody else was helping them, and they they didn't need the vehicle. Then Brian, the one guy that was helping them, he put a post up the other day basically saying that he was pulling back a little bit from them. Um, what's this in? Sarah, they did. They brought the vehicle back. And you can see the date on the bottom of the video. A neighbor brought the vehicle back. So that is what was going on there. Well, then Brian, the one gentleman that's been helping them here recently, he popped up and said, guys, I'm pulling back from helping them. I'll do what I can if they need firewood, if they need food, things like that, but I'm going to pull back and not put posts and things like that up. Then 2 days ago and today, evidently there is another gentleman involved. And from what I'm understanding, he is a content creator. So here we go again. I haven't seen any videos from the individual, but I've read a post where he had helped them put a propane heater into the house down there, and then he had helped them get a van. Guys, there's a lot of feelings about this right now over the simple fact that there are a lot of people out there thinking that Betty and Larry and them are just using people. And I think a lot of people are just stepping back away from the situation. It's one of these things where you just don't know what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad. I know people want to help them, but boy, I don't know. It is a lot of things going on, but a lot of these creators now are starting to take a step back that we're helping them. And I'm not on anybody's side. I have no dog in this fight, but I don't, it's just looked like here we go. We've got another chapter coming. We don't know the individual who's helping them now. I hope there's good intentions there. Uh, from what I saw, somebody said that his Facebook site has him as a digital creator. So I don't know if this is a guy that's going to start putting Whitaker stuff out there. I don't know, but it's a little scary. It's like somebody new constantly. Somebody's always coming in. It's somebody new constantly. Rocker said, I think Larry is the leader. I think there's a lot of manipulation going on here from these people. I think when Mark was there, I think they've learned how to play a game. And it scares me a little bit as much as we want to think that this is not going on, these videos start constantly telling a certain story. And it is very scary how things are going on right now. And, but no, they said that they took the vehicle back. The video shows a neighbor. The neighbor tells Patrick she has no idea what's going on. Um, well, Mary, they said that in the video. Uh, that was the thing that Patrick had put up on the video, that it was Larry and BJ that were out on the back roads looking for what is it, the devil's tail, the dragon's tail. They were chasing, and that kind of answered a lot of people's look, guys. You know as well as I do, in some of these small towns, there is a ton of drug activity going through a lot of these small towns. And when you get that much money, yeah, it's scary. Yeah, 63, wow. I think they guys, I think they've learned over the years that the people people want to help them. And I think when people get to the point where they want to help them, I think it's then set up to the point of going, "What can we get?" Because like Mark said, Mark was working close to where he could have got them a new home. It wouldn't have been a brand new one that they built, but he was getting to the point he could have had them a new home. Smoking meth, well, I guys, I don't know what they're on. I don't know. We know that BJ has the drug problem. We don't know what she's on. Um, I'm sure it's different substances. I don't know, but it is something that has been brought up several times, and they had even talked about getting her treatment. Not only Mark, not only Eric, not only there have been several people talking about getting her treatment. But again, like we talk about, um, what do we do now? Exactly, guys. We've got to sit back and let this thing unfold. That's the sad thing about it. Hopefully, the person that is in there now, and this is what we always hope and pray for, the person that is in there now helping them. And if this could be an extremely good person. We just don't know. This could be a person that never puts anything online about it. Uh, this could be somebody who is an extremely good person, but it hasn't been that way down the road, and we've seen this over and over and over. Um, Contracts are signed, deals are made, things like that start happening, and you just don't know where it's going to lead. It's really scary. Yeah, BJ's admitted she's doing drugs. Yeah. Uh, K Ruth. Santa's prayer for K Ruth. Okay. K Ruth. Y'all throw some hearts up for K Ruth tonight as well. Tony, that's what it looks like. Jesus is King. You got it, buddy. We can do that. But definitely go talk to somebody at your school and talk to some of the organizations in town. Like I said, they have a lot of scholarships they can offer you. You just got to ask about them. They've always said that, and Mark said that. Mark's got a great video. If you've ever seen the video where Mark talks about throwing money at a problem, and he'll tell you, just because you throw money at a problem doesn't solve the problem. It may make things a little easier on the problem, but it doesn't solve the problem. And I think Mark thought he was going to help them get a home, try to figure some things out. But then they started calling him every 2 weeks, and they started it even got to the point where Mark called him back and said, there's videos coming out now saying that I was keeping money from you." And he goes, "I," and Betty even said, "You were not keeping money from us." So, yes, they did throw him under the bus. Yeah. They tried to make Mark look really bad. I think Mark just realized that he needed to step away from it. It was only going to get worse, and we've slowly seen this progress to where things are getting worse. And guys, we pray for him every night. We pray for him every day. I hope something can change here. I hope that the right things happen. But we are in a world where people do some weird things, and when it comes to content creating and things like that, a lot of people will go down there to Odd West Virginia and say, "Hey, I want to help you, but here's what I need. I need you to do 6 videos a week with me. I need to do this. I need this. I need this. I need this." And next thing you know, we've got investigations going on. We've got family members being taken away. We've got, somebody said the reason Patrick gave him the car was if they kept the car, they wouldn't have to, he didn't have to pay him any money. It is a mess. It is a hornet's nest where all of this stuff is concerned. Again, like I said, I don't know the individual who's helping them. I'm hoping that whoever does help them, it all works out and gets. Here's the thing that I would like to see though: anybody that helps them, stay off of these social media sites. Go in and just help them. Don't go in with an agenda. Don't go in with the purpose of I've got to show the world what I'm doing. Stay off of these social media sites. It's just not good. It's really not. This is where the trouble lies, is right here in front of us. It, they try to show the world what's going on in the Whitakers' lives. They need to stop that. Same way we talked about the attorney. I think with the attorney, we need, they needed to pull back from the attorneys and, make sure that whoever the attorney was, we don't know anything about the attorneys. The attorneys they're not sitting there going, well, let's go online and tell everybody what we're doing. No, don't do that. Stay off of the social media sites. Figure out what you need to do to get your family back together. Figure it out. But guys, that's what's going on right now. The car has been taken back to Patrick. Evidently, a new person is in with them. I have not seen any content creation being made yet from it. He helped him get some heating sources. Evidently, a new van down there. But from what we're understanding, a lot of these content creators that have helped them have pulled back from them. They're just not getting into it. If they need help, they'll help them, but they're just not getting into them. I was sad and don't tolerate the crap. Uh-oh. What is going on? Shauna, don't get upset on me tonight. Easy Lane, how are you? Easy Lane, let me tell you, you got it as well as I do. I think it's just, I think some things were done all the way around. They were conned, others were conned. I just think it's a big hornet's nest right now. And I don't know if I walk up on it. Some of this has to calm down. I'm waiting for the investigation to be over, things like that. Some of this just needs to calm down a little bit. And I think some of these content creators and some of these people that wanna help are walking into something that they're like, nope, let's pull back out of here real quick. Airborne, he did. Here's the thing. When you look at the big scale of things and you look at the pictures and everything that's been painted years ago, this family took care of themselves. They took care of one another. Um, it's only here when everything was brought out into the public eye that it got bad on them. It was bad, but it was a family that took care of one another. Larry was the one that, didn't have the issues. The other sister, I believe, was the same way. Barbara, I believe it was, didn't have the issues that the other sisters and brothers had. So they were the representatives for the family. They understood things that were going on. They did things. They kind of took care of everything. Betty was one, same way. I think there's a little something there where Betty's concerned, but I think Betty was, she took the role of, taking care of the ones that were, a little worse off than the others. But no, they've clearly stated that Larry was the one who, kind of knew everything. He was the protector, and there's a video out on that where it shows him as the protector. There's Peter. I don't know what Mark did shady at all. I don't know if Mark did anything shady. I think Mark just got caught up in, um, when they realized that much money was coming in. I I I think Mark thought to himself that they were going to get a house, they were gonna save the money up and get a house and, get out of the conditions they were living. I think, because it even shows the one video where Mark is standing on the front porch and he's going, "I'm sending you guys a lot of money, but I'm not seeing anything improvement-wise done. I'm seeing this and I'm seeing this, but this and this doesn't equal $40,000." And I think that's where Mark really got to the point of going, "I gotta step back from this. Gotta step back." Um, yeah, he was dating a woman 20 years, you got it. But guys, here's the thing. We've all got our own opinions on this. We really do. But this is what's going on right now that we're seeing. And again, I don't have a dog in this fight. Um, I pray for this family. I hope this family can figure something out, get back to, I pray for all that's involved here. But that is, yeah. Uh-oh, Linda, is it freezing on you? YouTube acting crazy tonight? We are at 76. Sorry, Linda. Okay, guys, here's the other thing I have for you. 125 people in the room. Okay. A lot of people have asked me if I would go and get an email to where if you would like to send me an email, you can send me an email. Hello, Rosie. That you can send me an email. We took care of that this weekend. When I was producing the football game last night, and I apologize for not being here last night. That football game ran a little longer than I was anticipating. I thought I would be here. Uh, the the email address that if you want to reach out to me is going to be Santa, SANTA, at YouTubesanta.com. If you would like to reach out to me, that's where you can reach out to me. I've had people ask me, is there any way that you can write my kids some letters for Christmas? And, we'll hook a fee to them, but if you can do requests that away, different things. But it is Santa at YouTubesanta.com. So Malaya's mom, if you can write that for me. If you can write that out for me, because I don't have the cue. If you can write that out for me, I will pin it to the screen. Santa at YouTubesanta.com. Yeah, we're at 83 right now. 30 minutes. Okay. Thank you. Perfect. Can everybody see that? I tried to make it as easy as possible. I sat there last night and said, "Hey, this guy's, I don't know what that is, but goodbye, Bob." Yep, Gene, I got him. Jed, Rudolph is good. Rudolph is in fine form right now. We are getting him to the point where he is up and going, and we've had to cut back on some of his feed a little bit. Got to get him in shape. You know what I'm saying? He had a great night Friday night on Halloween. The kids gave him a ton of candy, and come Saturday morning, we had him out running. You got it. Shauna, yes, the hair is real. This is not glued on. This is not fake. This is 100% me. Mom's Christmas special. Look at you. I like that. I don't know how to make a Nightbot command. What is a Nightbot command? This is guys, this is the learning part of the show. This is where Malaya teaches me something I don't know. James said, had a revival at church, so it's been a while since. I like a good old revival. I do. Perfect. Look at Malaya's got a way to contact me now. She's got an email. You got it. 84. Easy Lane said, Nightbot is still a thing. I don't know what a Nightbot is, but if you send me that, favorite color, red. We deal with red. You got to have red. Sarah said, I'm going to a revival this week. Nightbot makes commands. Okay. Never heard of Nightbot. See, Tony, you and I are learning something tonight because I've never heard of it. Well, thank you. Sheena said, I am the best chatter here. Look at that. That is awesome. But now, how did everybody's Halloween go? Did everybody get a ton of kids? I'm talking, they were all over the place. They were all over the place. And we are 15 away, guys. And come 15, the glasses go on. And the hat comes out. Now remember, you can also do that by hitting one of those super chats. You could throw $1, you could throw $2, you can hit a super chat. Super chat makes the hat and the glasses come out. Who was your Halloween? How was your Halloween? Good. I went as Santa Claus, got a lot of candy, just walked around. No, I had to work. I had a high school football game we produced, and I didn't get back to the house until about 10 o'clock. No trick-or-treaters, really? Let's see, what is that? SK hadn't, my heart's broken. Oh, I'm sorry, SK. I'm sorry, Sharon. Y'all pray, y'all give prayers for Miss Sharon. We'll put you in our prayers. I am so sorry. Yeah. I've been there. Trust me. I understand. Oh, Sarah, you're messing with me tonight, aren't you? Sarah said $2. The hat comes on. Y'all want the glasses. Let me get it to where I can block that light out of here. Hang on. Can I block the light? I can block. No, I can't block. There we go. I can block the light. All right, here we go. I like it. I like it. 88. Oh, hang on. Let me get my hat back on. Let me get my trees off. Thank you, Miss Sarah. Y'all just want to see a grown man put glasses on and got trees hooked to them. Yes, we do. George, Tony, you got it. Oh, okay. Prayers for George tonight. You got it. Prayers for Miss Violet tonight. Sharon, you got it. William said, turned out to be a pretty good World Series, didn't it? Yes, it did. I really enjoyed the fact that the Dodgers come back and won that. And did you Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Did you see the stat? Will Smith, that plays for the Dodgers, 6 years ago, he won championships with the Dodgers. He was then traded, won a championship, I believe, with the Astros. When it was all said and done, over the last 6 years, the way he has been traded and moved around, he has won 6 World Series rings in the last 6 years. Unbelievable story. It is amazing. But he spent, I think it was 2 years with the Dodgers. Then he went with the Astros. Then he was with the Braves one year. But when it was all said and done, he has won 6 World Series rings over the last 6 years. How in the world? Men in Major League Baseball, they're lucky to get one. And that is truly a gift from God. 1 World Series ring. But to win 6 of them over the last 6 years in your career, if he was to stop playing ball tomorrow, he's got 6 World Series rings. That is an amazing feat. Rocker said, I think I'm getting a cold. Uh-oh. Good night, TNT. Good night, Miss Betty Boop. Has Henry been hold on. Hold on, TNT. I'm looking. Henry. He has. There's room for improvement. But I'm showing right here, Henry. He's on the good list right now. Like I said, there's room for improvement. Let's make sure we make some adjustments. But right now we've got him on the good list. Jeff sent a message the other night. I believe it was Saturday night. No, Friday night when I was doing high school football. He sent a message and he said, "Hey, he said, hey, just to let you guys know, I'm doing okay. Some things are still going rough for me, but I just wanted to pop on and say, hey, I'm here just to let you know, but things are still moving a little rough for him right now." Yeah, Rocker. I'm gonna put you prayers, Rocker, because you need. Gail Price said, Gail said, please send prayers. I'm married to Peter. Really? We love Peter in this room right here with us. He is one of our buddies, but we will throw some prayers out there for you. He is one of our buddies. Vitamin Z and zinc. You got it. Where is Peter tonight? I haven't seen him in the room. Is Gail, are you yes, Peter is great. You got it. Is he not in the room with us tonight, or there he is? I had not seen you in the room. I've been doing a lot of talking. I've been doing a lot of explaining. Julia, is everyone fine? I'm worried about these people not getting payments. Peter said, I've been here since 8 o'clock, Santa. I'm sorry, Peter. I really am. I saw something the other day saying that it might have been yesterday, saying that comments have made that we could see an end to that this week. That some things were going to get ready to take place this week. That we may see an end to this shutdown this week. Amanda said we celebrated went to Longhorn. It was very nice. Son's 24th birthday. We'll tell him happy birthday from us. You got it. Yeah, I've been zapping. I've been doing. Hello, Ann. How are you? Okay. Who went somewhere late today because of the time change? Well, no, you'd have been early, wouldn't you? Yes, you'd have been an hour. All right, who got messed up this morning because of the time change? Hello, Bobby Sean Smith. How are you? There's Miss Jerry. There's a lot of talk going on right now that we may, like I said, we may see something change this week with everything. Oh, Ruth said my husband's birthday's tomorrow. We'll tell him happy birthday early from us. Easy Lane. The only issue I have with going at 7 o'clock is the fact that I am making my way off the radio back over to here. So that's how come you get 8 o'clock. My cats and dogs don't like the time change. Yes. Well, Chris, thank you. Welcome from Greece. Yeah, see, Shauna doesn't go through a time change. She is out west and they don't go through a time change out in Phoenix. Really? Sarah said where my sister lives, Olive Garden is offering free meals to people. Also Red Lobster. Don't be surprised if you don't see that a lot more. You know, there are a lot of places that you can go today. We've got one here locally that if I go in and I buy a meal, I can then pay for someone else's meal and you write it up on a Post-it note and you stick it to the wall. And if someone comes in and they don't have money to eat, they can take one of the Post-it notes off the wall and hand it to the cashier and say, "I'd like to get something to eat." And now usually the meal is not extravagant. It's usually maybe 2 slices of pizza and a drink or a fry or something like that. It's not a, it's not an extravagant meal, but Easy Lanes, I do like that concept. That is an extremely good concept, to do. And for people, Sheila, Sheila's in here now. Uh-oh. Y'all gonna get a double here in a minute because we're at 99. We in 99. Here we go. Where's my button? And we're at 101. One more time. I like it. I like it. I'm going to have to dance. Yes. You got it. Look at that. I like my glasses. Those are pretty cool little glasses. But no, look, we got 102. We are at 44 minutes into the chat. Look at that. Hello, Phoenix. How are you? But no, that back to the other stuff. Like I said, it always amazes me. Somebody scrolling through chat going, this person's on here talking. This person's talking. What? Was that Santa with Christmas tree glasses on and a big red hat? Yes, it was. And he's dancing. We're going to wear that hat out. Yes, you got it. And let's see, the thing, it's got the battery pack on the bottom in there. So it's, that's not a squirrel up in there for the people who say there's a squirrel up in there. Yes, exactly. That's what I've got a room full of those. You know, are they rechargeable? Chris, are you dealing with her? What are we dealing with? Malaya's mom. Pow, 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 pow. Hello, Christine. I'm back. I want a dirt bike for Christmas. Let's see what we can do. Jed said, Yahoo! My grandson just went out for the night. Whew. Hello from South Carolina, Kim. How are you? Yeah, we're going to need a backup. Hello, Lily. How are you? No, that's been the best thing. When Josh sent me that hat, that was the best thing that could have happened right there. No, let me tell you, when the little ones go out, Lily said, I want a new phone for Christmas. Let's put that down, Lily, phone. But again, guys, on the bottom of the page, pinned, you can see the email address if you want to reach out to me. And people's been asking, loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Rocker, you know, I hate bringing that lump of coal to you every year, but you're this close. You're this close, Rocker. I'm telling you. Maybe we'll, maybe it doesn't happen this year. So he's been wired all day. Let me tell you, I don't know where the energy comes from. You know, that little 4-year-old around me every day, that young man's got rocket fuel in him and he rolls. Shauna said, my roommate is awful. Cold. You just tell me, Shauna. We'll make sure it's cold there. Was unhappy. Easy Link said, I have a son, so grateful. He tried to be happy with Cole. He's 7. Okay. Yes, Ruth said, as long as my family's all together, that's the best Christmas present you could have. Malaya's mom's on it. They are. They are a tremendous blessing. And they are just, I wouldn't give you $1,000,000 in the world for them. They are something that, uh, hello, Brian. How are you? Uh-oh. Shauna, you better get him. Tell him to hit. Mary said, tell him to hit the road, Shauna. Christine, we will send some prayers out. Feel better for Christmas. Yeah, that's the thing. You just want to hope everybody just has, uh, just a good Christmas and just it's his house. Oh, okay, that makes it a little rough. He's Meemaw and Paul and Peepaw's heart and soul. Malaya's mom, you saw it and I saw it. I went to remove it and you got it. Yes, Linda is worried about my soup strainer. Hit the road, Jack just popped in my head. I had one elf about a year ago who told me that the only difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut is 2 weeks and a hat. Let's just say I still have the hat. Really? Shauna, keep looking. Keep putting fillers out there. Let people know you're looking. Look at that. Jerry said soup strainer. Yes, it is the old soup strainer. Phoenix, that is a year round endeavor. That is something that is done year round. We make sure that things are taken care of early and up until the last minute. And even when everybody's in the sky and everything's going on, we are still getting packages sent to us. Good night, Nancy. I got you. I understand. A rocker, exactly. Trim both of them. Yes. Always call it the crumb catcher. Yep, you got it. Good night, Sheila. Thank you. Thank you for coming in here this evening. It's always good to see you. You have a great night. Silas, how are you? Glad to get the 100 likes and not take it down to the fourth quarter. Boy, usually I'm talking, we're right there at it. We are right there at it. Cookie Duster, yes. Oh, great. Now we get to name my mustache tonight. Yes. I have collected bundles of socks, gloves, hats. Please make sure they are distributed. Make sure they are given out. That is something that are desperately needed. And guys, make sure, like I've always asked you, I understand that children do the angel trees and things like that. Also, make sure you look after your seniors. You can go by local nursing homes. You can go by your senior agency in your city. Ask them if they have a senior tree. A lot of times, I'll be totally honest with you. A lot of times when you go and pull off of the senior tree, they are usually asking for lotion, shaving cream, maybe a sweatsuit, uh, $20, $20. You'd be amazed what $20 can do for a senior citizen. That, you know, guys, when you go into a nursing home, there's a lot of times these people are just forgotten about a lot of times. And it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it also takes a village to watch over top of our seniors in our communities as well. And a lot of times they're just forgotten about. And it's really sad, but it happens. It is really sad, but it does happen. Now, do I like coffee or do I like hot chocolate? Tonight it's strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. Living alone too. A lot of people do coffee. Not a fan of coffee. I am not a coffee drinker. No, on the sleigh, we have a hot cocoa dispenser on the sleigh. Well, Shauna, have you ever asked your dad if you could move to Virginia? Could that be something? Liz, I am in the Commonwealth of Virginia right now. Name a car for an edit. Rocker said, love my coffee. My sister is one that, I got you. Okay. Yes. TNT, Mary Sanchez things. I got you. I understand. Let's not get you in a bad place tonight. Let's keep you good tonight, okay? Rita said, Yes, there you go. Leave them a plate of homemade goodies. Leave them, and guys, that's what I tell you all the time. If you've got senior citizens living in your neighborhood, go and knock on their door and just ask if they need anything. If they need their yard raked, if they, if they need their garbage pushed to to the curb, you would not believe the friend that you will make with that senior who just, they just want somebody to talk to sometimes. A lot of times it could be an older couple that maybe one of them's having some health issues that, one of the best friends that I ever had in my life was I had a next door neighbor from me, and this gentleman was in the Marine Corps, and him and his wife passed away, and he just got to the point where we just became pretty good buddies after that, and he would just get up in the car, and everywhere we go, he'd wanna go, and he turned out to be a really good friend when it was all said and done. Made friends with 82-year-old neighbor? Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, prayers for Shauna tonight, definitely, you got it. We don't wanna I don't want Shauna feeling bad tonight. So, yeah, now my brother's in chat somewhere here tonight with us, and he just said, "When I get a chance, I need to go by and rake his yard." You know, that I don't know how quick that will happen, but, we'll see. Yeah, Rita said, "Help them decorate for Christmas." I'm amazed at the amount of people that have businesses now that will come out and put your Christmas lights up for you. You don't even have to put your Christmas lights up anymore. They've got companies that will actually come out and put your Christmas lights up for you. So I'm always amazed at that. Thank you, Rusty. I appreciate that. For the housing in 84. Yeah. No, we do. We do quite a bit forget about our, elderly in our communities and things like that, especially when they're put into homes. Life gets in the way and things like that happens. Um, my dad hates putting Christmas light. Yes, but there are companies now that you can pay that they will come out and put up, um, if my brother's still on here and is watching, I would appreciate a super chat if you wanna throw a $20 bill down or anything like that. Well, I didn't I don't see no super chat coming, but that's okay. I don't think I'll see a super chat of $20 coming from my brother. I guarantee you that. Rusty said, "Super chat? What's super chat?" Those are the little things on the bottom where you can donate. My brother just sent me a message saying that he was in the room and, try begging. Hey, that could be him right there. So, I'm just messing with him right now. I gotta make sure that's him. Hello, Tracy, how are you? If it was, Malaya's mom just kicked you out of the room, so that's awesome. Oh, no, you're fine, Malaya's mom. If it's him, he'll be back, trust me. If that was him and you just kicked him out of the room, that will be awesome. That'll give me something to talk about tonight with him. Now, that may not be him, so if he pops back in, bear with us. No, a lot of people don't Julia, a lot of people don't mind putting up Christmas decoration. Um, it's just to the point now that a lot of people don't have time to put them up. So they're being offered, money, out there for, businesses to come by and put the decoration up for you, and they supply the decorations for you. I got a feeling that's him, but if that's not him, then we'll, we'll boot is it Nordy 1400? Nordy 1400. You're this close. So we're at 111 right now. We are at our uh, easy lanes. We'll be back to those tomorrow. I promise you. Tonight was just that one. Um, I can't tell. It's just him throwing out that comment when I was laughing and saying, I didn't see a super chat from him. So Malaya's mom, those are pretty neat. When those lights and everything start going off and you've got the faces that wink at you and things like that, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I think Shauna's the only one in the group tonight that did not have to go through the time change. So easy. Oh, okay. He said, I'm not in the room, just watching. Can't send you $20. Okay. All right. So Malaya's mom, if you've got to boot him, you can boot him. He said he's not in the room. He's just watching. He's just sending me a text message. Um, Always like milk and cookies. That is something we always like. Yeah, I don't know whose phone number that was, but we don't send phone numbers through here, guys. Yep, do not send a phone number. Okay, I took that one down. I don't know who that was. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna go back through here real quick. And Malaya's mom's deleting and I'm deleting. Malaya's mom, I think we got him. James, Christmas music in Roanoke, I believe, starts tomorrow. I believe they kick off. I believe they want to start the Christmas music tomorrow. So don't be surprised if you're in the Roanoke area. You get in the car and cut it on one of the stations. You get that. Gamer said, I love watching your videos. Thank you, Gamer. I appreciate that. Uh, Micah, how did I get 50,000 plus subscribers? It has grown over the years. It's one of those things where you just put out good content, you be good to people, you be kind and respectful to people, and you work with a lot of good people. And when I get on here at night with you and we talk about Ron and we talk about other creators out there, um, make good friends with your content creating friends and collab with them. If you do that, trust me, your channel will grow. And, it is always, I am always amazed and I'm always thoroughly blessed when I look at the numbers and uh, to see how this channel has grown over the years and that people are in these rooms. Look, it is something after 9 o'clock. We've got 100 people in the room, 114 likes. That's amazing. You got it. Yes, oatmeal raisin cookies. Those are the favorite. Make sure you leave them out for me. Now, if you want to leave carrots and other things like that out for the reindeer, you do that. I like it. Yes, Baby Shark. James, Baby Shark was the catalyst. Guys, for a lot of you who don't know, I was the first, the original creator. I was sitting at work and you can play Simon Says with your uh, device, and like Alexa. And I had Alexa sing Baby Shark. And when I turned uh, Baby Shark and everything over having Alexa singing it, send it to the people that I normally send it to. I think the last number I had seen was 50 million views on that one video. So it takes that one video to really catapult you. And when that video takes off and people start getting into seeing what you're doing and loving what you're doing, that helps a whole lot. Well, guys, we've been in here an hour and 5. Well, thank you, Gamer. I appreciate that. Again, Santa at YouTubeSanta.com. If you need to reach out to me, that's the place to do it. I will check that in the morning to let some people make sure that they can get in and do some things. But I'm going to hop off here for the night. Pray for the Whitakers. Pray for everybody in the room that needed prayers tonight. Guys, y'all have a great night. I will see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. God loves you. I love you. I will see you again tomorrow night. Y'all have a good night. Bye now.